something we hope you'll really like.
Okay, it's Saturday, April 22nd. And Carol and the kids are in Florida. They'll be home late tonight. And this is pretty close to the beginning of the end, I guess. And just wanted to show this room before they move out. Those are the voodoo dolls. I got Tim down in New Orleans last year. These are pretty cool. Carol's already started packing, so that's why the place looks like this. Okay, we're in Tim's room. Okay, we're in Tim's closet now, and I just want to kind of show you some of the things that was in his closet when he was 12 years old here. First of all, this is how Tim used to hang things up in his closet. He used to just kind of throw it like that. That's pretty much, I guess, how any 12-year-old boy would hang up their clothes. Let's see, this right here, of course, is, this is his Grim Reaper sickle, when he was the Grim Reaper a couple of years ago for Halloween. And of course, more clothes. This is his football jersey. He was number 2 this year. It's inside out, but that's what that is. This right here is from the movie Toy Story, and this came from McDonald's. This is one of the Happy Meals, and I think it turned its head some way. Nope. And I think M&M's or something slid down his back right here. Whoops. Sorry about that, Mr. Dinosaur. Okay, we got lots of firecrackers, tons of these things. Got these for him last July 3rd. Real rainy day. You remember that, Tim? I mean, it looked like a tornado was going to hit. We went down there. Got a snake skin that I think Uncle John gave him. So that's there. And of course, Connects. I don't know what this is. This is maybe a DNA molecule. I don't know, but this is maybe something he or his mom built. Not sure. What else is in here? Of course, this is Chris Moose. Hey, how you doing? Don't know what he's doing with that. Don't know where this came from, but that's what that is. Okay, let's see what some kind of toys he's got here. Well, of course, you know, your standard Mickey Mouse kind of stuff here. This goes to his castle. I'll show that to you later on. This, I don't know. This is, don't know what the hell that is. It's Tasmanian Devil playing basketball. Your assorted trucks here. Assorted trucks. A gorilla. Bought him a whole bunch of gorillas and stuff. And he's managed to hang on to most of this stuff, as you can see. There you go. Lots of stuff here. That kind of stuff. this is some kind of puzzle that I think his grandfather made. And I don't know how it works, but I think his mom does. Again, this is to his castle. That's how this is probably to his castle. All kinds of cool things there, which will probably be worth a fortune 20 years from now. And of course, will probably be about 30 feet in a landfill. So we'll just pass that on. Okay, what else? Geez, look at these. I don't know where he got these. He's got a whole box of Jolly Ranchers. Look at that. A whole bunch of them. Okay. Here's some of the books. Oh, here's the Austin Powers Spy Who Shagged Me CD cover I've been looking for. Megan was right. She doesn't know where it is. Okay. This is one of the books I guess Tim was reading or was supposed to read. Judy Blume's Tales of the Fourth Grade Nothing. All right. Let's move on, shall we? We'll come over here and see what kind of stuff he has. All right. This right here, of course, was the mask that he wore when he either got his tonsils out or when he had his hand operated on for the third time. That's what that is. A box that he wanted to keep for his children. Remember that, if you ever see this, that Tim wanted to save all these boxes so he could put all his toys in it for his kids. So we'll see if that ever lasts. If it doesn't, that's what it looks like. Okay, then we've got another box, Playmobil stuff. Tim was really into this for a little while, and he had all the castles and stuff. What's this now? This is just an empty box, but I'm sure Tim's hanging on it because he's really into dioramas, and this will probably be a future diorama, maybe in the 7th grade if they make dioramas then. Okay, if we can pan down here a little bit. We're using the wide-angle lens here, so we'll bring this stuff up to you. Some more of Tim's toys. Monsters Don't Scuba Dive was something I guess he read in the 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Don't know. Okay, we got your beanbag thing here. You probably got it at the Funland. A cow he's had forever. A bear he's had forever. And again, dinosaurs. He was really into dinosaurs for a while. Really into all kinds of animals. As you can see, that was from the movie Congo, which was a stupid movie, but he thought it was cool. And that's all that matters. This right here is one of 101 different things. And I think you could spend $100 and get these things from McDonald's. And that came out in like 1996, I believe. Okay, well, enough of that. Here, let's see what this is. Okay, Mind-Boggling Machines, Amazing Man, another book that Tim was into, I think, and some probably pretty cool stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, you had to figure out how to make a cake and all that stuff. It was quite cool. All right, we got a belt of his, and we got some stuffed animals down here. A lizard of some sort, kind of cool looking, and a rhinoceros. And let's open up down here and see what we got. We just got some swim trunks that'll probably work because they're not cool. This right here probably was fun at one time, and it's something you smack around outside. WWF thing. Okay, Roald Dahl, Boy, Tales of Childhood. Don't know if you read it or not, but that's there. This, of course, is a prop from one of his WWF guys. He was into the WWF for a while, so that's what that is. Okay, and this is a hand controller. This is what a hand controller looked like back in the year 2000 from Nintendo. So who knows if Nintendo's even in business when you guys watch this video again, whenever that is. And of course close, and of course he just kind of slammed everything down in there, so we'll just pass it and close and go on to the next thing. More toys. Of course, this was an interesting story here. He wrote to Playmobil and said that he's got the castle and he wants a dragon. So don't know if it's because he wrote, but there's the old dragon, and we've got the leather on file somewhere that he wrote to Play School when he was like 8 years old. Check that out in the archives, huh? Another Playmobil thing for his castles. Tons of these things. The kid was spoiled rotten, I'm telling you right now. If he turned out to be a decent kid, that's good because he's a good kid. Again, more Playmobil stuff. This was the Ghost and Merlin and all kinds of cool stuff. And hey kids, who's ever watching this is what your dad played with. If your dad Tim played with this stuff when he was a kid. kid. Okay. These are, of course, bottle rockets. There's a whole pack of these. And I think it was one of those deals, you buy one pack, you get one free. So we've got bottle rockets out the wazoo right now. Here's a single pack of them. Of course, with the bent sticks, these things will probably go all over the place. Alright, another book, Wizard's Hall, that I guess Tim read. Not sure. Okay, this is a wall to his castle. Huh? Cool. Alright. And the old Dr. Evil poster that Tim got down in Florida. We carried all over the place. And this is actually a great poster, but it just never stayed up on the wall. So I don't know what we're going to do with this, but we're hanging on to that some way. Okay, this is, of course, some Connects. We got some Connects wheels and some Connects connectors there. Parts of his castle wall. And I think there's some directions here on how to put the wall together. This thing right here, oh, this is his ghost. That's what that is. Okay. Yeah. All right. And I think they glow in the dark, too, which is kind of cool. Another book, Mummies Don't Coach Softball. Okay, something I guess Tim read. And okay, no, Tim wasn't a cross-dresser. This is this, I think. Oh, maybe he was a cross-dresser. I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know what the hell he's doing with this. This may have been his gym outfit, but I'm not sure. If not, then maybe he was a cross-dresser. Okay, oh, you know, these are good. I don't know how old these things are, so I'm not going to try them, but actually, these aren't too bad. Yeah, some kind of candy. Okay. Another book, Maniac McGee. Something else Tim read when he was 12 years old. I believe this is Tim's teeth here. And this is what Tim's teeth looked like before he got his braces on. So that was his smile back then. And this is his smile circa 1999 when he got his braces put on. Don't know when it is, but 1999, folks. All right. Okay, we got some firecrackers here. These are black cats, and these, you know, these aren't like what I had when I was a kid. Of course, we had a stick of dynamite. That's what we used to blow up. Called them M80s. M80s. And that's about enough of that. Let's go up to the next level here, shall we? Okay, these are just some more cool toys that Tim had. This is part, well, hold on here. This is his Wienermobile. And it goes, yeah, it goes like this. Always wanted to drive one of these, you know. Saw one of these things up at the Henry Ford Museum. Quite cool. Would have been really cool to drive in and pick up a date in one of these things, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay. The infamous Wienermobile. These are cool. These shot disc at you, although who knows where any of the discs are anymore. One worked real well and one didn't work that well, but here's the other one. Got these for Tim for Christmas, so probably 1997, I would think. 97, 98 is when he got these. And don't know where the discs are, but that's what these are. So some archaeologists will find these and wonder what the hell it is. Okay, of course, some more animals and some Star Wars stuff. Although he never really got into Star Wars. Luke, I'm your father. Okay, and you know your basic your helicopter thing. More Star Wars stuff. Here's one of those wrestlers. I don't know who it is. Generation D, Generation X. Suck it, maybe. I don't know, but that's who this guy is here. And just basically a whole bunch of cool stuff that some archaeologists will probably uncover and wonder how this society existed back in the year 2000. Okay, what else do we have here? Well, okay. This, don't even know what the hell this is. But it's all together, and I don't know what it is. It's some sort of a toy of some sort. Of course, Tim was into these troll guys, these monster troll dudes. Arr, arr. They got a new pirate movie out, and it's rated R. Okay, enough of that. Well, Okay, and then over here is some stuff that decorated my desk when I was at Finn's. Of course, this is Neil Armstrong, and it's a pewter model. And we got the space shuttle here. Space shuttle with its boosters right here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then, of course, space shuttle embedded in lucite. Yeah, so that's what that is. Okay, back here we've got a three-dimensional puzzle that Tim put together on his way to, am I yelling too much? Maybe I am. Put together on his way to Europe. That's what that's all about. And we got some Brio here. This is the Brio, what is that? Some kind of a bridge. But anyway, that's what that is right there. Tim was into Brio at one time, too. And he had a ton of that stuff. And here's some artifacts. I got this for Tim down in New Orleans. And let's see, a bird's nest. I don't know where Tim got this, but there's a bird's nest. And Uncle John got this head for him. It's, of course, there's not much left of it, but this is a deer head, I guess. And I guess he didn't brush very well. Look at that. Didn't brush too well there, you know. Okay. And a lobster claw. I don't know where he got this stuff. Okay, and then of course he got a medal here, and the medal was for gymnastics. And he got a blue ribbon. How about that? First place for doing something. Good job, Tim. And of course then he got 5th place when he actually competed with people. There you go. But he was in the Olympics. Look at that. The Mason. Oh, these are the Mason. Oh, okay. And he came in 2nd place in something or other. This was for the Mason Olympics that they did. So no, he came in 2nd place and 1st place when it really counts. What the heck is this? I do not know what this is. These are fossils or something that Tim collected. He's got his built-in TV down there. Here you go. That's pretty neat. And then over here we got, of course, an electric a light that you plug it in and lightning comes out. It's quite cool. Quite cool. Piggy bank. Don't know where that came from, but you got that. And of course, more Playmobil stuff for his infamous castle there, and that's what that is. Okay, more books, more scary stories for sleepovers. Okay, the celery stalks at midnight. Ooh, the celery. Okay, just a whole bunch of goofy books here. Oh, this is nice. What's he done with this? This is mine. This is stuff on Star Wars and basically on Lucas films and how they did stuff. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Star Wars, that kind of fun stuff like that. So that's what that is. It goes back in the library. Okay, we got Lost in Space and that Lacey Chavert. She's pretty hot. Okay, that's all there is on here. You've got your Goosebumps books. Tim really wasn't into Goosebumps. Megan was. I think she's probably read 50 of them. I think the guy cranks one out a week. What the hell is this? Okay, this is Tim's box for his PlayStation. He likes to keep all that stuff. And this is his cast. Looks like we're... Okay. Looks like we're back. This was his cast that fell off when... and if you look at one of the tapes, it's listed on Tim TV as falling off. Somewhere in October of 1988, that happened. Yeah. Okay, what else is up here? We got a model that I think his cousin Mitchell gave him for Christmas probably Christmas of 90, I think Christmas of 98 he got that, which was supposed to go up on the ceiling but never did. Okay, here, I can get this puppy down. Here we go, I think, yeah, okay. This is his Playmobil This is one of his castles, as you can see. And he's got most of his stuff in there. And I'm not going to show it to you. Just let you know that that's what that is. Okay. He's into Abercrombie. And of course, I imagine when you see this, you'll wonder who Abercrombie is. Maybe they'll still be in business in the year 2020. Don't know. 2010 maybe. 22. Okay, so we're going to close. We're not going to bother with that. Over here, we got some more of his toys. And another one of his castles, and another one of his castles here. And this is robotics, where you had 4 different motors, powerful, durable, and versatile, and you can do all kinds of fun stuff with that. So that's pretty much Tim in the year 2000. Okay, this is Tim's basketball team from, and Tim, where is Tim? Tim's right here, the handsome one. You see that? And he learned basketball though. He had a good time. It was a good team. None of those kids are playing basketball. I don't think one of those kids now are playing basketball 3 years after this team played. And what you see there is the Jupiter 2, and that little switch right there. It's a little light switch. We tried to get the lights to go in there, and just didn't work. Just couldn't figure out how to do it. Would have been cool though. Would have been real cool. And of course, you got the flying sub there from Voyage to the Bottom of Sea. I had a model like that twice that size when I was a kid. The lunar lander. You got the lunar lander and the command module there. That right there is Ed White taking a spacewalk on June 3rd, 1965. My first model ever built, not that one, but one like it, a Gemini spacecraft. The flying saucer from one of my favorite movies of all time, Day the Earth Stood Still. Another version of the Jupiter 2, not as good as the first one you saw. I kind of ripped off on those. Those are vacuum forms. They're not even that great. And then we've got the Challenger before it blew up, and that's what it looked like. And this here is Vostok 1. I don't know if it's 1 or not. Vostok 1. And it means east in Russian. Then over here we've got the Mercury spacecraft with the escape tower still on it. Okay, this is known as the Area 51 flying saucer. Behind it, you can barely see it, that is the Invaders, which was a TV show back in 1967 I used to watch, starring Roy Thinnis. It was a Quinn Martin production, so there was always an epilogue. A few TV historians out there. Alright, Apollo 13, and this has the cutaways. Something that I think that was like the second model I painted. I think the model I made. Well, no, that was the first model we ever put up here, was this one right there. And then I started to get obsessed with models again, and this one right here is the Soyuz getting ready to dock with the Apollo. And this was happened, I think, in July of '75, I believe. Okay, this is an astronaut on an MMU, and didn't do a good job painting his eyes. Looks like his eyes are bulging out. But that's him. It's supposed to be Bruce McCandless. Too much headroom there. And of course his wall mural. I guess if we go like this, it'll look like it's flying by, huh? This is a lamp that I got Tim for his birthday. I got it in New Orleans in 1999. Thought it was pretty cool. And one side, of course, is mountains, and then, of course, if you want, you can turn it, and you can have the planets and all that stuff flying over the city. Looks like the Capitol Records building. Okay, we're moving over into Megan's room now. And before we go in, I just wanted to show you her door. These are Megan's rules to her room, and as you can see, you got to knock twice before entering. You mess it up, you clean it up. Of course, that never happened. Always shut the door as you are leaving. If your name is Tim, you may not enter unless you are nice and allow me to play the PlayStation. If you come in while changing and you didn't knock, it is double penalty and you owe me $2. Thank you and have a nice day. Okay. And that's pretty much about, yeah, that's Megan, all right. Megan, of course, was into gymnastics. And then, of course, her interest led down to cheerleading. But this is her door. Let's go inside, shall we? Well, okay, here we are in Megan's room. We're going to pan over this way first. Show you all the medals that she's received in the past. Quite a handful here. And these for all her gymnastics things. And there's still some more over here too. So, you know, pretty good job in gymnastics. Thank you, Megan. I believe this is a poster she did for school. Of course, there's Snow White, so I did for a long time ago. This is just a whole bunch of stuff that Megan did. There's Matt Damon, which has been kissed several times on the lips, as you can see. And we just pan on over here. And this is her dresser, I guess. And it's got some pictures and her Wheaties box that I kind of stole for her, and a few other things. And then, of course, we pan on over to her bed. And there's some of the pictures that I painted for her up there on the wall. There's a whole bunch of crap on her bed, and that's pretty much typical for Megan. And normally those are clothes that are clean that are placed on her bed, and then, of course, she throws on the floor, and then she doesn't remember which is clean and which is dirty. So they end up getting washed again. And we pan over to her closet, which is right there. And you can see over in the corner there a whole bunch of trophies and stuff. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Okay, this is some cute, clever little thing she got for her 15th birthday. Oh, all kinds of stuff. That I think she dates nerds, I think is what it was. And she's going to have a baby and she's going to call it Ruth or some stupid thing like that. And she's worth $100,000. And, you know, all her friends are airheads. I think that's how that works. I'm not sure. But at any rate, that's what that is. And I'm sure at the time it was real cute and clever. She probably doesn't even like the girls that gave it to her now. I don't know. Okay, here's some of Megan's stuff right here. Of course, this is Megan right here. You recognize her, of course. And this is her boyfriend, Matt. Matt Damon, that is. And, of course, you know, they walk hand in hand. Yeah, okay. And this is one of Megan's best friends, Joni, who's one of my favorites. And these, of course, all the cheerleaders. Forever friends. Friends forever, yeah, okay. The Wheaties box I told you about that I kind of stole from Kroger. This right here, whoa, sorry. This right here is her hand. She stuck her hand in some wax and it came out like this. Kind of cool, actually, you know. And I don't know where she did this. Oh, yeah, I do. I think she did this at St. Susanna's Festival, and I think that was probably 1999, maybe. Yeah. Okay, and that's it there. These are flower things that light up. I don't know where she got that. This, of course, is where she stashes her cash, and she's got $1. That's all she's got in there. So she's rich. All right, and that's about it. I got her these Spice Girl oh, just dropped one. Spice Girl books. We got Sporty Spice and Posh Spice and Baby Spice, Ginger Spice, and there was one other one, of course, Ugly Spice. No, Monster Spice. Scary Spice. And of course, Cher joined the group and she was known as Old Spice. That's a joke. Okay, this right over here is a lamp thing that I got Megan. She insisted on not having a lampshade, so I bought her this thing down in New Orleans. Did a lot of buying down in New Orleans, but you know, it's kind of cool, and it doesn't work right now. It's just as good. And of course, posters and stuff of things that Megan has seen or done, and of course, this is my dad right here, a long time ago. Let's check over on the other side, shall we? Okay, I don't know if you can see that very well. This is just some more stuff. Megan's really into picture frames, and so she's got lots of picture frames. This right here is Ashley, I think, and of course Corey, Megan, a couple of horses, and I think that's Jordy, but I'm not sure. And let's see, her last day after she retired from gymnastics, we got this picture here of some of her friends, and that's what that's all about. And I don't think any, well, let's see, Stacy's still in gymnastics, and so is Emma. I don't know if the other girls are, though. And just a whole bunch of other pictures that Megan had when she was with her friends. Okay, yeah, this is Megan's closet. We won't get into too much of her personal stuff, but let's. This is her really cool. Let's see, it's a 3-disc CD changer, and of course cassette player, no, radio, and a cassette player down here. And when we got this was really cool, and of course now it is so gauche. You know, let's see what some of the stuff that she is listening to. This, of course, is MTV's Party to Go. Let's see if we can focus on better on that. Something like, there you go. And let's see what else she's listening to. Sister, of course, this is pretty much the condition of all her CD cases. Sister with Voices. And this is a piece of cocaine here. A lot of cocaine. Now, actually, this is from somewhere. It says 324.97, so I don't know what that is. It's chalk. I know that. It's chalk for your hands. Okay, here's some of the stuff that she is listening to. Of course, Mariah Carey and Jock Jams, Paul Abdul, more Paul Abdul, Shania Twain, Fly, maybe that's Dixie Chicks, don't know. Ace of Base, oh God, we listened to that when we were on vacation forever. Okay, Runaway Bride soundtrack. We got Billboard's Christmas. Hey, wait a minute, this is mine. Oh, I hate when she does that. Reality Bites, Joey Lawrence, and this is something we got from Coca-Cola. So those are some of the CDs of Britney Spears, who was cool for about a week. Let's see, we got the Aerosmith big ones here. And then we got Boys to Men. Pretty good. And let's see, then we got up here, we've got Destiny's Child, TLC, Walt Disney's Aladdin, Joey Lawrence, Erykah Badu, Erica, I don't know, Green Day, Reality Bites, Enemy of the State, Billboard's Chris. This is mine. This is, by the way, Megan, this is mine. I hate when you take my CDs. Take that with me. And she got Dazed and Confused, Presidents of the United States, and all kinds of other stuff. Let's see some of the other treasures she's got here, shall we? Okay. Alright, now take for example, this is her teeth. And there's no date on this, but this is Megan's grin. And you can see that her teeth, let's focus up there a little bit. Yeah, boy, she's got some like monster teeth there, don't you think? Okay, and this is another impression of her teeth, and anyway, that was her smile. Look at the fangs. I love the fangs there, you know. Okay, and then she got this somewhere for some reason, don't know why, but I think she got this at a help me out here, Megan. What'd you get that at? Buckeye. Thank you very much. Yeah. And a whole bunch of other, you know, stupid stuff. A unicorn here. Yep, unicorn. Precious moment here. Kid in the bathtub. That's kind of cool, you know. And who knows what else. Let's kind of move over. Here's some of the clothes that Megan is into right now, if we can look at these. And let's see. She's got her cheerleading coat here, and a Nike jacket there, and a Mason cheerleader with her name on it right there, as you can see. Yeah, isn't it nice? And of course a large assortment of jeans here. And then we got some cords here, and then these things that we had to go up to the flea market to get. I think she's worn them once, and that is her camouflage. Maybe she's worn them twice. I don't know. And then some sweatshirts. Okay. And then over on this side here, we've got her stuffed animals. Aren't these cute? We've got a dog here. I guess it's a dog. Yeah. Okay. And a bear. It says love you on it. Isn't that cute? Mm-hmm. Don't know who she got that from. And another bear here. And of course some sort of a reindeer. Cute. Alright. And let's see, and then of course we got her photo here. This is her basketball cheerleading squad from last year, if we can get a shot of that. Can we focus better than that? Can we? There you go. Okay. So in case we ever lose that, of course, Megan, of course, is right there. Yep, cute girl. One of my favorites. Okay. And then she's got this doll that smells like chocolate. Very, very weird. Okay. So that's some of her memorabilia. We got a picture of Lindsay here. Say hello to Lindsay. Okay. And her clothes and all that kind of fun stuff in here. So we're not going to bother with any of that. If we look up on top there, though, you'll see her trophies. And we'll just go through a couple of them here. This is Megan McLaughlin, Mason Gymnastics. This is the gymnastics thing for this year from Mason, year 2000. And she's got just a shitload of over this way, please. Thank you. Of trophies. You know, just all kinds of stuff there. So that's good enough for that. Okay, this is Megan's sticker book that she made, and got all these stickers from down at Fin Graphics and from other places too that she's held on to for a long time. So one day these things will probably be worth $1 million, and I'm sure this will be pitched that we'll show this on tape so that everybody can see all the cool stickers that Megan collected over the years. Grateful Dead. Lots of Grateful Dead. Those things are probably worth some money. Or will be. At any rate, lots of Grateful Dead. Yeah, okay. And let's see, a couple toys that Megan's got here. This, of course, is the Game of Life. This is the board game that, of course, has been replaced with the computerized version of the same game. This next game I'm going to show you is actually quite cool. And I don't know if we've got all the parts to it, but it was neat. It was called the Grape Escape. And it was a similar to the Mousetrap game that, of course, I'm sure none of you people even know what I'm talking about unless you're at least 38 years old. But, you know, you'd build this thing, and there's the grape guy down there, and he if you're lucky, you got to squeeze him and make grape jelly or something like that. But it was a fun game for all, and I got this for the kids. Jeez, I don't know. But here's something that Megan put on here. It says here, Megan McLaughlin, touch it and you die. So isn't she a sweetheart? Well, what else can we show you here? Really not a whole bunch of other stuff. We got, of course, another stuffed animal up here. You know, I don't know if she was really into stuffed animals, but there you go. You know, she's got them there. Okay, this hat. Okay, these hats were used, I think, yeah, for her dance recitals from a long time ago. This thing's like made out of plastic. It's like plaster Paris. And what else is up here? Then we got another hat up here, and we got a binder here, and that's just about it for that stuff there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we got some of our other clothes over here. What do we got? We got some tank tops here. Just some cute tank tops. And a dress or two, and you're probably yelling, show the dress, show the dress. So we'll show the dress. Okay, so here we go. We got tank tops, which we just showed you. A couple more tank tops, and you know, when she sees this when she's 50 years old, she'll wonder if she was ever really that small. Let's see, we got a cute skirt here, you know, cute little skirt there for you. More tank tops. Let's see, this right here is a dress, if I can get it out. God, where in the hell did she wear this thing? Isn't that nice? Nice, cute little pink dress. Alright, and of course this is another nice little dress, little flowery thing that I think she wore to Carol's graduation, but I'm not sure. Her mother. This is a very boring dress. I can't believe she actually would wear that thing. And a bunch of other stuff out here that I don't feel like digging into. Okay? And that's pretty much about it for Megan's room. Like I said, I don't want to get too personal with some of her stuff because it is her stuff and she'll get upset with me. But I can pan down here. Whoa, sorry. And we'll show you her shoes. Okay, we got, of course, the Romeo and Juliet CD here. And, oh, jeez, didn't want to do that. Put it on top of my warning light. Okay, and we got some of her shoes. We got some of these candies here, and her gym shoes there, and some of her whatever you call these kind of shoes here. Another type of shoe there, and that's some of her shoes. And we've got more shoes over here. Of course, these are a little attractive, aren't they? Aren't those nice? Absolutely nice. Yeah, she's getting the matching. Of course, these are nice too. Platforms are really big right now in the year 2000, ladies and gentlemen. She's got a whole bunch of black shoes too. And I think she took a lot of shoes with her down to Florida because that's where she is right now. So, but those are the shoes. And these are some of her clothes over there too that she was wearing back in the year 2000. Just some of the pictures that Megan had on her mirror. Those masks are a couple of Mardi Gras masks that I got for Megan in New Orleans back in January of 1999. Here's Megan's fan. She, of course, never liked being in a room without her fan on. And we'll show her room when we're done. That's one of the first animation cells that I ever painted. I think that's the first one I ever did myself. Of course, a sampling of some of the things that I did for Megan. Megan, of course, was really into CoverGirl. She had all the ads around her room. Okay, before we shut this thing down, I thought we'd show you the bathroom. And actually, this is clean. This is actually downright spotless compared to the way it normally is. And that's mainly because Megan hasn't been here all week. There's all her crap there. And we're going to give you a close-up shot of the sink there, just so we can show you how nice and clean Megan likes to keep her bathroom. Nope, that's not some surface of an alien planet. That's the sink. Nice clean window there. Of course, the shower is not much better, you can see.